Hello everyone and welcome back to the Codeigniter series. In the last video, we finished the post model view and controller, but now we want to add pagination to make it look nicer. Also, if we had a lot of different posts, it'd make the page take longer to load, which Google doesn't like and neither do your users. As you can see on our page, we have a lot of different posts. What we're going to do is we're going to make it so it shows 5 posts per page. The first thing we would do is we would update our controller. So what we'd do is we'd update this get post. We'd make it so there's 5 per page. We're going to say start. And then we're going to add a variable to the function. And start's going to be 0 to begin with. So now you can see our page has 5 different posts. But we don't have any pagination here because it's not there by default. So how do we add the pagination? There's actually a library called pagination. So after we grab the post, let's load the pagination library. So we just do this load library and we do pagination. So before we initialize pagination, let's add some configuration to it. You can also find out about the different configuration options at the Codeigniter user guide. It has everything explained and it's a great page. So first we want to tell it the base URL. This isn't the base URL of the site, this is the URL for the page that we're going to add the pagination. Then it's asking us how many rows total do we have. And we're going to create a function and we're going to have it so it grabs all the posts. And we're going to have it get post count. Then lastly, let's tell it how many results we're going to have per page. And let's set that to 5. Then we're going to go ahead and initialize it. The last thing we want to do is add this to our data array. So we're going to say data pages equals this pagination create links. So this looks pretty good so far, but actually I need to change this to per page. I had a typo there. So before we check this out, let's make sure we add that function so the page actually works. This is going to be a really simple function. We don't need any variables with it. I'm just going to select the post ID so it's a faster query from post where active equals 1. Then we're going to do this db get, which we're used to. And then we're going to return the query numRows. So just we want to know how many results. That's really all we need. The last thing we need to do is update the view. All I'm going to do is after everything, after the for each, I'm going to add just an output of pages. Let's see how Codeigniter handles this pagination. If we scroll down, we can see we have the 3 pages. We can click the arrows as well to go back and forth a page. But Codeigniter can do a little bit more than that. Let's change it to 1 post per page. We're just going to change those 5s to 1s. Now you can see you have a lot of pages. So if there's a lot of pages, Codeigniter automatically adds a first and a last to it as well. In this video, we saw how great it is to add pagination to Codeigniter. We'd probably do a little bit of stylizing to this, but they made a first and last with the arrows, all the different pages. It's just really great. Whenever I did this just in PHP, it was a pain in the butt, but Codeigniter, it's very fast. Now we've added pagination. We have all of our model view and controller done with post. In the next 2 videos, we're going to create the user model view and controller, and we're actually going to have different user types.